In this video, I'm going to make a picture, a painting of, this is a photograph from my days in Stockholm. Now, I'm going to paint this in 1 hour. That's the goal. Now, I'm not going to paint it literally. I'm going to take out a lot of that detail that I regard as unnecessary, and we'll follow it along. First step is to make a little drawing. So I draw it on I'm using a panel. This is a plywood panel ground with a kind of a sepia, I'm not sure what, not sepia, sienna, orangey, kind of glowy color, which to me is congruent with the color of Stockholm. So what I start out drawing from, I find a center point on the photograph, which I found to be a corner of one of the buildings, top corner of a building, and I kind of move out from there. What I like about this photograph is the different blocks and shapes and slightly different angles, but the feeling of depth you get through the strand at the beginning. I would notice I'm removing a lot of the details in the foreground. For example, there's a building in the original photograph in the near foreground, which I find unnecessary. But I like the boats. Now, I don't know if I'll include all the boats, but here I start to paint in some of the washes, the darker washes in light, mixed with turpentine. So it's I don't want the darks to be too heavy. The lights I can start once I get something like the right color that I want. I'll paint them over or around the darks. So in the original photograph, the sky it's a very flat, single color, which I find kind of unnecessary. Like to paint, it's kind of boring. So I want is to be a little more natural. The sky at the horizon tends to be lighter and a little more monochromatic, a little to the yellow often, and as you move upwards it gets blue. It's a wonderful blue color, gets towards ultramarine, so you get a wonderful gradation as you move up from the horizon. I'm doing that a little bit in this picture, but I don't have a lot of time to fuss around with it. I want the distance to be conveyed by what I call atmospheric perspective, making it, like, what I mean by that is light becomes more blue in objects that are farther away. It has a little bit of a green tinge here, and so I think I change it to blue a little bit later on. Now I create a little bit of the foreground, and now I'm creating a little bit of the illusion of depth, making the sky a little darker at the top. I'm not sure if I made a mistake there, but I want the color of the warmth of the ground I want to use that color because that's the color of Stockholm. The original picture doesn't convey that, so my memory and feeling of Stockholm is more pastel-like, and kind of the beauty of the Stockholm is like that. So here's the final picture, which I I retouched it a little bit. I put a little reflection in the water, and I didn't put as many boats in as the original picture did. And you'll notice a lot of those details are gone, but there's a feeling of the whole city, and I'll leave it to you to to judge whether I crushed that picture of Stockholm in 1 hour. So if you want to find out more about how to do that, go to the link that I provided with the video, and I'm going to have a little webinar on that. So I hope to see you there. Thanks, guys.